What's up, folks? I've decided to give Google's MusicLM a test drive by signing up to Google's AI Test Kitchen to see what it's all about. MusicLM is a new experimental tool that can turn your text descriptions into music. You enter a prompt like jazz vibes for studying, and MusicLM will create two versions of the song for you, and then you can give the track that you liked a trophy to help improve the model. This tool is meant to help express creativity. With that said, I wanted to see if MusicLM can actually help express creativity. MusicLM is an interesting take on the AI music creation process, so I was definitely intrigued to see how it works. I'm going to obviously focus on guitar prompts because that's my jam, so I'll be keeping the prompts guitar related. Before we get to testing, please make sure to hit that subscribe button and thank you. Okay, well, let's type in some text and here's some music. Let's start with ska punk song. Alright, well, sounds like a confused Sublime song. But it does have the elements of a punk song. So, rock ballad with guitar solo. First one was pretty cool. It had a cool little solo going on there. The second one, it sounds a bit more confused. So how about we switch it up and say jazz with guitar solo? See what happens. Okay, well, I mean, that was jazz. I didn't hear any. I think the guitar was very faint. I mean, I think I asked for a guitar solo, but I think what we got was a trumpet solo. So maybe you got confused. I don't know. Disco music with funky guitars. Okay, well, I don't know, Daft Punk, you might be out of a job soon. I'm not so sure. Also, the second one had a lot of Nile Rodgers chic style guitar going on. So, Spanish influenced guitar. was some shredding going on right there. I don't know which direction it was going in. Maybe it had some, it was a little bit arrangement challenge, I suppose, but chill R and B guitar playing. This is the time I wish Babyface was here to actually give this some critique. Babyface, if you're watching, what did you think of that? All right, how about we go a little bit, how about we do some metal? 80s metal with fast guitars. Wow, that was pretty horrid. That is an absolute hot mess. What in the actual fuck just happened with those two songs? Maybe if we tried to fix it, let's see, heavy metal with electric guitars. Okay, clearly this thing does not like heavy metal because none of that shit was usable at all. Like, what in the fuck was that? I mean, I suppose you could sample that one riff. Let's take it back to something more chill. How about soft acoustic to listen to while studying? I think I found my favorite so far. Those two sounded pretty okay. Let's try one more. Let's do 2 nylon string guitars. Not bad at all. That was some shredding going on right there. Choppy shredding. And you know what? I lied. Let's do one more just to find out what it does. Dance song with summer pool vibes. Looks like it likes the dance music, of course, electronic stuff. If I played that with a house full of TikTok kids, I think they're gonna be just fine. So there it is. I am processing everything that I prompted into MusicLM, and I suppose it's not that bad, but also there's a lot of sounds and strange other sounds going on. Kind of like there's a backwards tape, some tripped out weird stuff going on in the background that I'm not sure what it is. I don't know, some of it sounds like a slapback delay in reverse. It's strange and I can't really put my finger on it. I guess some of it is usable, but a lot of it are not usable to me. Most of the sounds all feel like things that were just thrown together quickly without too much thought for song structure or arrangement. And so I guess what I'm trying to say is it looks like generative AI creating music. It still has a way to go, but since it is to help express creativity, guess it's doing its job somewhat. I mean, if you think about it, it's actually pretty complex to try and capture the way music is made and how musicians create music, because there are many instances to consider. I mean, for example, Eddie Van Halen has a totally unique style of playing when compared to Chet Atkins, B.B. King, or Tim Henson. So I suppose to box that all up into an AI tool is something my mind really can't even comprehend, and we're just talking about differences and uniqueness of guitarists. I'm also curious to know which direction MusicLM is headed. You know, other generative AI music platforms have their ways of operating, such as Amy, who lets musicians upload incomplete tracks and song parts so that the app or others can help the musician realize the vision and in a continuous manner, meaning the song never really has to finish. Then you've got Musical, which can create music through gesture, code, movement, or sound, and Ava, where users can create music from scratch by producing variations of existing songs without having to worry about music licensing. With that said, I am curious to know if MusicLM will be more than music created from text. Although, seriously, that alone is some pretty smart technology. I can't even imagine what the back-end coding looks like for something like this to work, and also, it is so different from the way the other systems work. Okay, well, there it is. I don't know about you, but to be honest, a lot of the stuff, again, is not usable to me, but that does not mean it didn't do what it set out to do. It does help express creativity in its own way, but for a singer-songwriter guitar player like me, I draw these ideas from outside factors and life experiences to help me express creativity through the guitar, and I will continue to do so. I suppose the data set for me is in my brain, my feelings, and in the sounds around me that inspire me to create. I do believe that generative AI music tools do have a place in music creation and is only going to get better, because seriously, technology is moving at a faster pace than it ever has. As for MusicLM, it's a very interesting AI music tool, I'm not gonna lie, and I can see this helping to express creativity, but I would like to try out the full model to give it a final verdict. Let's hear your thoughts on MusicLM, the songs it produced, or generative AI producing music in general in the comments below. Thanks for watching, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you next time.